Here we go. All right, 45-minute stretch. Let's start in a nice, fun, awkward position. You're gonna start on your back. So you're gonna start in happy baby pose. And see, this is the beauty of it being at home where you can turn your camera off so you don't have to be embarrassed about anything here. On your back, open the knees up as wide as you can and then open them up about 90 degrees or so. So if you're kind of tight, your knees kind of might look a little bit more like this, and that's okay. Use your hands to kind of wrap around your thighs and pull in. Now, as you're getting more comfortable in the pose, the knees open out, the hands start to crawl up the calves, the ankles. Maybe the hands can reach the feet, but they don't have to. Head is on the mat, shoulders are relaxed. And you're gonna let the arms be heavy. Close your eyes. This is where we're going to start today. So if you ever need to come out of it, if the sensation becomes too much, you can always bring the knees in together, give them a hug, give them a little break, and then return to the pose when you're ready. Your first instinct might be to be rocking the knees side to side, but we're going to begin with stillness. So don't move, no rocking side to side, just find stillness. Feel your breath. Notice the heaviness of your arm. Movement of your belly and chest as you breathe. Bring more softness into your hip, into your legs. Breathe through the inner thighs. Contracting through the pelvic floor as much as you can, keeping that contraction. Relaxing your shoulders. It's often said in yoga that the longer you hold a pose, the more you get to know yourself. There's still this moment of not moving, scanning through the body, discovering those tight spots, tender spots, letting them soften. Noticing your own inner dialogue, those words that go through your mind. Beginning to quiet your own mind, to release some of that chatter. Listening to your breath. Now you can rock the knees side to side. Try to bring one knee toward the ground and then the other. Then taking your right foot, or taking one foot, and bringing it in toward your chest. So you kind of move into sort of a half reclining cobbler. The foot that's coming in, so it's my right foot, I'm going to kind of press my knee up away from the ground and really high up in the chest, almost up to your throat, right? So kind of right there between the pecs, center of the breastbone. And release and switch. Other foot. Coming high up the chest, your knee trying to lift away from the ground. Breathe. And center. From here, we rock over to the left, enough that the left knee and thigh are all the way to the ground. So some of you might be pretty rocked over and far. That's okay. Let this right leg then extend up, and you're still holding onto the leg, whether it's your thigh, calf, ankle, or foot. You're going to feel that hamstring stretch into the leg. If you need a break from it, a bent knee at any time, extend again when you're ready. Remember, you have tight hands up the thigh to give you as much space and slack as possible. We really do want that straight leg if we can get it. Keeping your leg straight, guide the leg over to the left as much as you can. Try to keep this right hip down to the mat. So we're not going into a twist. We're moving the leg past the midline of the body, and this stretch you feel in the leg is the same sensation you would find in revolved triangles and revolved half moons. So if I turn, stay where you are. If I turn, it looks like that. So we're going past the midline, hip pressing to the ground. If that right hip lifts a little bit, it's okay, it's natural, but we're not trying to go into a twist again. We're just being mindful the hip is actively pressing down. And return to your happy baby. Other side, so you're going to rock over to the right. And go enough that your right knee and your thigh are on the ground. And then extend your left leg straight up. Changing where the hand goes if needed. Just stay at center to start with. Really press up through your heel. Press out through the back of the knee. And even though that left hip is up off the ground, we're kind of actively moving it toward the floor. Keep that right knee on the floor. Spread your toes. And this top leg, move it over to the right. And just going past that midline of the body, try not to bend the knee. Feel your stretch shift in the leg deeper into your hamstring. Deeper breath, tongue at the bottom of your mouth. And return, happy baby. So one more time with that reclining cobbler, right foot, bring it up toward the chest as much as you can. And switch left foot. And now, let both feet touch together. Your hands around the ankles or shins and gently hug both feet in toward your high chest. You can even wrap around the outsides of your feet. Hug in. A lot of times when I guide to this pose, I see people bringing the feet real low, and that is a way to do it, but today, feet are high, kind of almost like yin cobbler. If you need more leverage, you could wrap the arms around the outsides of the feet, so you have a little bit more to hug, and you try to bring those feet to touch. Then maybe you could let your knees press out and away from the ground a little bit more. Tailbone pressing down as much as possible. A lot of times the tailbone lifts up in this pose. Try to ground it. And with your stretch, there's a lot of activation as well. A lot of paying attention to your body and what it's doing, how it's feeling. Stay where you are. Give yourself one more inhale. Find some more space. And knees together. Hug. Exhale. So that hopefully will feel really good. Your legs, your hips are open there for a long time. So we're going to have our knees squeezing in, squeezing to the belly. Rock side to side. Reset the hips. Tailbone pressing down. Sometimes if you squeeze deep enough in this pose, you can actually kind of move a hip back into the correct place in your socket, kind of popping the hip, resetting it. Happens to me quite often. Sunshiny day. And letting the bottoms of your feet touch the ground. Knees are bent. Open up your feet as wide apart as they'll go and find your knee dipped side to side. Close your eyes here, just enjoy it. If one side is tighter than the other, you might linger there and let it open. It's gonna be bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. And returning the knees up to center, walk the feet in. Knees are bent. We're going to open, turn a little bit sideways, or turn this way. Arms are out to the side, straight out, kind of like a letter T. Yeah? Taking this left arm, as we inhale, reach it up to the sky. And as you exhale, reach it over to the right hand. Try to touch your palms together. Head will lift. Inhale, open. The right arm comes up. Exhale, reach it over to the left. Try to touch your palms together. Try to match the hands. Even out the fingers. Really, really reaching out with the right arm, the right shoulder. Inhale, open. Exhale, left hand to right hand. Inhale, open. Exhale, right hand comes over to the left. Now one more time. Inhale, open up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, open. Come on. To your left. Put your hands into the fire. Inhale, both arms open out to the side. This exhale, bring both palms together to touch, reaching up to the ceiling. The little movement through the shoulders here. You're going to extend your fingers up so your shoulders move forward, up toward the ceiling, off of the ground a little bit. And as you exhale, push the shoulder blades into the floor. Inhale, shoulders lift, reach the fingers up high. Exhale, push the shoulders down. Couple more. Reach. Really, really, really activate and press, squeeze. One more time. Reach. Exhale, press. Nice. Keep your palms touching. Inhale, reach the arms over the head. With your exhale, do a little sit up and the arms move over to the right. Trying to bring both shoulders off the ground. Inhale, up over the head. Exhale, lift. Move the hands over to the left side of that left thigh. Gazing past your fingers. Inhale, open. To the right, exhale. Inhale, up. To the left. Inhale, open. And heart, bring it in. Beautiful. Taking your knees into your chest, get them a little high. Taking one spinal roll up to sitting. Finding a comfortable sitting position, because we're going to focus on the neck for a moment. We're going to take sort of that little, I like to call it the little bebop motion of the neck. Sitting tall, your weight back into your sit bones. And it looks better, you can see it better from the side. And make sure there's no sway back. Pull your ribs in, extended spine. And you're going to move your chin forward and back. And that's it. You're just going to let your beat, move and groove into a song. When you squeeze back, really bring that kind of double chin into your face. I know some of you don't want to create your double chin, but really notice how you extend into the back neck vertebra, the muscles being used to really pull back. And keep going. Especially if you're someone who's at a computer a lot or at your phone a lot, you notice, even you've probably seen other people too, is that there's a whole like down of the head. And when that happens, the neck kind of goes like this, the shoulders kind of go like this, and it just gets worse and worse over time, right? So just pull back, realigning, engaging the muscles. Keeping our necks very supple, very strong. I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. And then you're going to pull back, turn your face to the right, and do it here. So extend the chin toward, then pass the shoulder, and in. It's not very big. Very small movement. But if you're feeling tightness in your neck, you got it. This is creating stretch and strength. Give her the word, I'm not a rover, and tell her that her lonely nights are over. Pull the chin back, center, go to your left, and move it here. Notice if one side feels very different than the other. This is my tight side. Breathe. Pull the chin in, center, chin down, and then extend the chin toward the chest and pull the chin in. Here we go. When your chin extends toward the chest, feel that lengthening down the back of the neck. Be careful that your shoulders aren't slouching with it. Keep the shoulders back and down. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. And bring the chin in, center, up, and you're doing it here too. Extend your chin sky and pull in. Again, this is almost a very small movement. Almost feel like you're doing nothing. Keep going. If you're doing this really, really actively, you're also going to feel the muscles around your jaw, your chin, engaging as well. So this is also a great way, a little kind of face yoga, to tone through the lower jaw, toning around the neck. Pull the chin in and center and relax. Yeah? So hopefully you feel a lot of heat around your neck and your jaw right now. You might even feel a little bit of tingling because you get the blood flow, right? Anytime you're engaging muscles and building heat, you're increasing blood flow and circulation as well. So always really good. Sometimes a lot of times in yoga we say no tingling, no numbness, but there is a slight, small tingling that can be really good. Yeah, feel really nice. Right. Right leg extend out to the side. Left foot is going to come in toward your body. So we have our reverse head beyond knee pose. Right toes are flexed. And as you flex the toes, notice if your knee bends. You're going to press that leg down. Press out the back of the knee into the ground. So active leg. Inhale. Arms reach up to sky. Take it over to your right. Exhale, side bend. Now you can bring that hand behind the leg, on the leg, in front of the leg. But what I'd like to see is the hand in front, and you're using that bottom hand to kind of push into the leg so you get leverage to rotate the chest further up to the ceiling. Gazing high, opening up that top arm shift. Inhale, lift high center. We're going to twist over to the left. Exhale, twist. Now if this right hand doesn't reach over to the thigh, you can use it on the other thigh, you can use it on the foot or the floor, right? If we can, bring it around to the outside of the leg, twist. Inhale, center. Side bend, exhale, our hand in front if you can. Kind of push into the leg to open up. Inhale, high center. Side bend other way. Exhale, now reach here. Inhale, center. We're going to twist to the right. Exhale, twist. If we can, hand to the outside of that right thigh. Still spreading your toes, press the leg down. The leg is active. If you were to kind of knock on your right thigh here, squeeze a little bit, it feels strong. Inhale, high center lift. One more side bend each way. Exhale to the right, go a little deeper now if you can. Inhale, center. To the left. Inhale up, go forward, exhale, stretch out. So half straddle this right inner thigh stretch. And again here, notice this right foot. Very often it likes to roll forward in this pose. Keep your toes facing up, knee, thigh facing up. Walk your hands or torso over to the left. Kind of folding into this bent knee. Try to keep both sit bones grounded. You're going to hopefully feel a little stretch here around that right side of the waist. You'll feel some compression in that left hip, thigh, maybe around the belly. Keep moving your breath through the belly. And then keeping low, sweep it around, walk it over to your right. Any amount. You might extend through that left arm and creating that side stretch on the other side here. Your right leg active, toes spread. Press the leg into the ground as much as you can. Walking forward, center, one more time. Maybe you can go a little deeper now. And walk it up. Beautiful. Stay here. From here, we're going to take this left hand behind us. We're actually going to press up through the hips, kind of rolling onto that front knee. You can keep the knee where it is if you prefer to kind of adjust it a little bit more forward or a little bit more out. You are welcome to, right? So whatever feels natural, good in your body, you'll know when you get there. Press into your back hand, roll those front toes forward, and then lift up the hips, press and reach. Top hand, sky, or dropping out behind. You can even go over to the side if you prefer. But we're trying to create a little bit of a back bend here. Pressing forward through the hips, feel that stretch of that right thigh, right hip, even into that left hip and thigh as well. It depends on where you're feeling that tightness today. Big breath through the belly, through the hips. Stay here. One more inhale, move the hips forward and higher. Exhale, bring it down. Good job. Take that right knee in. Legs out in front. Give them a little shake out. You're active for a long time. Other side. Left leg out to the side. Right foot comes in. Again, your this reverse head beyond knee pose, sometimes called half straddle. And we're going to find a small side bend to start, right? Toes spread, flex, press through the leg. Arms up. A little side bend over to your left. You're going to try to bring the hand in front of the leg if we can and push into that hand so you can really open up the chest, the ribs, look up to the sky. Drop the bottom shoulder and elbow as much as you can. Inhale, lift to center. Twist to the right. Exhale. Trying to bring that left arm around as much as possible. Keep your straight leg active. And keep checking in, keep scanning the body, keep that self-awareness, that focus on your body, your breath, this whole practice. Inhale, return to center, lift. Side bend to the left, exhale, reach out. Inhale, center. Side bend to the right, exhale. Inhale, center. Twist to the left, exhale. Where this right hand reaching across the thigh. If it doesn't reach, just use the floor or your right foot or leg. Breathe. And sky, inhale, lift. So one more time, side bend, exhale, over to the left, deepest you got. Inhale, center, lift. To the right. Inhale up. Forward fold, exhale, reach out. Keep your toes facing up, knee and thigh facing up, leg active. Walking over to the right. Trying to just fold into this right thigh. Big belly breath. The bigger you can make your belly with those inhales, the better. Staying low into the ground, walk it over to your left, any amount. Maybe the right arm extends a little bit more and you get that deeper extension. Soften the shoulders, being really mindful to kind of lead with belly and chest so you're not slumped, right? You want to extend your spine, hinging from the hips. Don't force anything, no expectation. You'll notice that the bigger you make your belly on those inhales, you can actually find deeper stretch through the back, through the sides of the waist. And walking it forward one more time, maybe going that 1 millimeter deeper. Check in with your straight leg. It's active. Walk it up. Right hand comes behind you. We're going to roll those hips forward and up. And that left arm's going to come up and back as much as possible. Adjust the right knee any way you need to kind of feel good. You can move the hand underneath the feet in. And pressing up. Extend and open. Hips are pressing forward as much as possible. Create so much space in the body. One more big inhale, open. And as you exhale, return it down. Good job. Bring that left leg in, extend it forward, shake them out. Woo. Coming into all fours. Finding your cats and cows. Inhale to open. We're doing your knees right now. Exhale, round. You've already been moving quite a bit through the body, so notice if these cat-cows actually feel a little bit looser than they normally would when we do it at the very beginning of practice. And finding your center, you're going to curl your toes, shift the hips toward the heels, but we're going to do our best to keep the hands right where they are. You're going to want to move your hands backward. We're going to try not to. Hands where they are. Push into the hands to lift your knees. So now you're in a little crouch. Open those knees up a little bit wider and then extend the sit bones out behind you as if they're going to touch the back wall. And you see how the arms begin to extend out. Maybe to curl even more forward. So your hips pulling back, your arms reaching forward, and all that traction in the spine. Your knees opening up as wide as they can, toes can turn out, and you feel that stretch for the inner thighs, for the hips. Breathe. As they walk by, separated by the glass, as they're living their lives, and they say, return to center. Ooh. We're going to move this into a puppy pose. You're going to come up. Actually, you might take a moment to stretch one foot out behind you to the other. Open up the back of the knees, calves and ankles. Get a deep bend in those knees there, so let's open them up for a moment. All right, you can do this as long as you love, or walk it back so that your toes are at the very back edge of your mat. Your knees are just under the hips, that hips width apart. And you're going to stick your tailbone up, go to cow. Hands take a big step forward. Cow up a little bit more. Your hips trying to stay stacked over your knees because they want to sometimes go back, they want to move forward, but keep them right over the knees. Walk it out, and you're going to dip. So we're either dipping chest and chin to the ground, or if that's too much, dip forehead to the ground. If you have a yoga block, you can place that under your head as well. Just breathe here. Soften and settle into the ground. Soften your shoulders. Tilt your tailbone up a little bit more. Big belly breath. Tighten your pelvic floor. The arms are as straight as possible. Feel where the body is blocked, where it's tight. Soften the shoulders. Soften your hips. And reverse, coming up. Let's come down to our bellies and shift forward, lower down. Arms come down by the sides of your body and lay your cheek and ear down to the mat, just turning the head over to one side. And you get to find complete heaviness here, complete softness melting. Working that belly breath as you inhale to push the belly into the mat. You exhale to pull the navel away from the mat. We sing and the flames go higher. We know the beaches retreat. Mindfully, slowly, as if you're half asleep, begin to change sides. I have to bring my hand up under my head because otherwise I'll squish the mic. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes. The bigger you can breathe into your belly, you'll notice you even feel it all the way around to your lower back. Bringing your head to center. The arms come forward to under the chin, and oh my goodness, this one went by fast. We are going to go ahead and come down onto our backs. So, bringing your hands by the chest, pressing the body up. Pull back a little child pose, nice low back release. And coming onto the sit up. Take 3 spinal rolls to come down onto your back. Third one, stay back. Knee circles, guide them around. Massage. You're going to take your favorite twist, yeah? So arms open and drop your legs over to the right. Head turns to the left. Now you can stagger the knees, stack. Have either leg on top, across. You can even do one leg bent, one straight, or both legs extended. Feeling. What does your back need today. Only here for a moment. Inhale, return, realign. Take it over to your left, head to the right, twist. And return to center. Realign. One last hug of the knees or that one last little stretch that you feel your body needs today. And you can stay laying down for your Shavasana. I'm going to guide your Shavasana from a sitting position. You want to join me sitting. Finding your comfortable cross-legged position or any comfortable sitting position. Body weight coming back into the sit bones. Hands resting comfortably to the lap. Palms down, palms up, heart, lap, even connecting thumbs and fingers for a mudra. Closing your eyes. We're going to play with the breath a little bit today. We'll inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. And breathe. Your natural breath. At any time you would like to return to the focused breath, do so. 4-second inhale, 3-second hold, 6-second exhale, 3-second hold. chest move naturally deeper. Your awareness returning to this space you're in. Movement returning to fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. The gentle movement of the neck. If you're laying down, begin to find your way up. Keep sitting. No rush. We'll extend our arms out to the ground. Palms open, heart open. Grounding ourselves, giving gratitude to this life, to this earth. And we gather all this energy between the hands, bring the hands together, and we pull into the heart. And from our hearts we send the energy out as we say, Namaste.